right. About to play game 1 of the ALDS. Blue Jays at the New York Yankees. This is the playoffs of my first season playing this game. And it was a really fun season.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. Hi again, everybody.
Right.
Matt Vasgersian welcoming
really
you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan
I don't
Plezak,
do
and
that.
Dan, we'll start with you. This
I don't do
series
that
has the feel of
restart
one that's
stuff
about
if
to
I
get
lose or
very
anything. If I
interesting.
lose, I lose.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the
Blue
best
Jays,
outings
man.
are probably going to come out on
They
top.
gave me
The
such problems
postseason is
during the
officially
season.
in full swing. Lineups and
There's
first
my
pitch
Cy Young Award winner.
coming up next.
Aaron Judge. He was my MVP.
Back now live as we count down to the start of game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your New York Yankees.
I think this is going to be a pretty tough series.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in game 1.
Man, that's a pretty even
Now,
matchup
a moment
right
as we
there.
take a look at the Jays starting
Now,
9 for this
when
one.
I play
Who do
this
you have
game,
your eye
I
on,
am
Dan?
very
Yeah,
patient
man, I cannot
when it
wait
comes to
get a look at
batting.
Josh
But I'm
Donaldson,
not
the
always
bringer of
patient.
rain. The
And I
guy is
swing
in
at
the
some
middle of the
stupid
lineup,
pitches.
And when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in, and if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
All right, Cole.
Garrett Cole will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in game 1.
Let's kick some ass.
What's your take on him, Dan?
Matt, I'm a big fan of Garrett Cole. Big, strong guy. Former first-round draft pick out of UCLA. 96 to 98 miles an hour with sink. Hard slider. His changeup has gotten better the longer he's pitched. He has a chance to be a no-hit type of pitcher every time he takes the mound.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And the guy I want to focus on is second baseman DJ LeMahieu. I think what we need to take into consideration is his ability to play that position at 6'4", 6'5", with soft hands and the ability to turn a double play. We already know he's an offensive force.
So striding forward now, Jose Iglesias.
All right,
are
here
set
we
for
go.
baseball here this evening. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And we are underway here in the Bronx as the first pitch of the evening is taken for ball 1. Temperature was in the 70s earlier today, but 59 at game time tonight. So 1-1. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Oh boy. So when I got Garrett Cole, I had to change his stats a little bit.
To 2-2 now.
Because he didn't have the stats that he has in the new game, and I felt like they kind of just didn't do it
2-2
right.
is laid off, and the count runs full.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
And this
That
ball's
was a
pretty
little
well
scary.
struck high and deep to left field. And he darn near started this thing off with a bang. Instead, it's a foul ball. And he lays off
Damn.
ball 4.
That
That's
is something
exactly
I
what you
don't
want your
do
leadoff
very
man to
often,
do. Work
is
the
walk
count and get
people.
on base.
And that's just an incredible job at the plate by the leadoff man there. Not only did he make the pitch and throw a ton of pitchers and bust his tail, but he also won the battle and earned a free pass.
Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Iglesias aboard
right,
here at
what's
first
going
with
on
nobody
here?
out. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Cole, or the Cole train as he's frequently called. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an
The
absolute
one thing you
superstar.
got to be careful in this game is the sliders. The
Here's the third baseman,
sliders
Josh
can
Donaldson.
kill you.
First chance for him here with a runner at first and 1 gone.
I've gotten burnt on so many sliders.
First delivery to him on the way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Donaldson has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put
Not
that
too
debate
good of
to
a
rest.
start
He
so
has
far.
absolute ice water in his veins.
Here's Justin Smoke now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. First and second now, 1 man out. And a swing and a miss as
That
they
was
got
a
him
good
with the
pitch.
slider there, 2 away.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet.
That's
We'll see
the
if he can
thing,
feed off
man.
that K,
The
wiggle out the
sliders could
jam,
be your
and
best
keep this
friend
game tied.
sometimes, but if you don't put it in the right spot, it kills you every time.
Coming to the plate now, Yonhervis Solarte, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
That was a good
Breaking ball in
pitch.
for a strike. Pulled high in the air out to right field.
All right,
Judge is under it.
got out of it.
No trouble with this one, and the
Not too
inning is
bad,
over.
not too bad.
Blue Jays leave a pair. Blue Jays nothing. Yankees coming to bat on MLB Network. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. What's the key for a home victory tonight, D-Row?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today, and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself.
I
You can't
love
just be turning
Mike
and burning on everything.
Moustakas
Stay within the game
batting
plan
third.
and know that a mistake doubles.
I absolutely love it. Like
Sonny Gray
him,
gets the call in
if the
hostile
Yankees would have
territory
gotten
here
him
for
in real
game
life
one
and
of the
batted
division
him
series.
between
Dan, any thoughts?
Judge and
Hey,
Stanton,
thanks, Matt. On the mound now.
it just
from
would have been so
Vanderbilt is
dirty.
Sonny Gray, not a very big guy, but a good 3-pitch mix. Mid to
He,
upper 90s
Mike
fastball,
Moustakas
93
is
to
such a
95.
clutch hitter.
Big power overhand curveball, and his changeup has gotten better as he's gone along. If he's on early, you'll see lots of swings and misses.
All right, guys, here's a defensive
Leading
alignment
off
for
for
the
the
Toronto
Yankees.
Blue Jays today.
Second
And this
baseman.
team's lucky enough to have their Gold Glover play shortstop, the captain of the infield, and the offense knows if the ball's hitting his direction, you could pretty much take the right-hand turn and go back to your dugout. Not only the routine ones,
All
but the
right,
highlight reel
patience
ones as
is
well.
key to batting, and I don't always have good patience, and I do swing
And he won't bite
at a
that
lot
one
of
either.
stupid
It's 2-0.
pitches, and it happens. It's a video game. You just gotta watch. Just watch him.
2 balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man.
Hey, from a hitter's perspective,
Bring
I don't
up,
mind that
bring
take
up
right
the
there.
pitch
I know
count.
it's in the zone, but this is a hitter's yard. You want something bell high that you can get loose on.
Ball even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Gets him looking. Strike
Damn.
3.
Should have swung at that.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind
That,
2-0
and,
to
you
start
know,
the at-bat.
that's
a
another
pretty
thing
bad
that I
place to
do a
be,
lot
but
in this
then he
game
kind of
is
refocused himself and
strike
came right
out
back
looking.
with 3 quality pitches in a row.
Because I'm
to sit him
always
down.
looking
That's
to
not easy
bring
to
the
do,
pitch
but now
count
his
up.
focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
I don't walk very often, which is something I'm really trying to work on. If there's 2 things that I really need to work on in this game, it's walking and stealing. Base stealing, I'm just terrible
here
at.
now the pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price of admission.
1-1 the count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge.
Hey, I think this is going to be the key to his success out on the mound. That good movement on that 2-seam fastball is going to keep that ball in the yard and keep this offense on its toes.
There we go. That was a good base hit.
That base hit was screaming off the
Every
bat.
time Aaron Judge is up to bat, I always want to swing away.
Was the exit velocity of that line drive.
And that's just something you can't do. And it's probably true with everybody that plays a video game with their team when they have that power hitter that comes up.
Now.
They just want to automatically hit a home run.
Man at first for him following the 1-out single.
I can only imagine Angels fans that play baseball games when they have Mike Trout.
Swing and
there we go.
Drive to right. This ball's got some carry. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
And that's why I love Mike Moustakas.
A 2-run shot that time for Mike Moustakas. His first homer so far in the series, and this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
Yeah, and that's what you call a dream scenario or an absolute nightmare, depending on your viewpoint. A power pitcher on the bump and a power hitter at the plate. A plus B
he crushed
equals
that.
See you later.
That was destroyed.
Batting fourth,
Giancarlo Stanton now.
Giancarlo Stanton.
This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Career numbers against Sonny Gray. Comes in with 6 hits in 18 at-bats. He also has 1 home run.
Now, I don't have this game on easy.
Wind up and the 0-1.
But I don't have it on the hardest level either.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. Still only 1 out in the inning.
I kind of have to change it to the level where I'm good at the game, but it's still challenging.
Hard liner to center field.
So it's not a blowout every
now,
game. I've had a lot of one-run games, a lot of close games, a lot of hard-fought games. I also pitched the perfect game with James Paxton, which was really hard to do.
And keep this first inning alive.
Because in the 9th inning, when I was trying to get the final 3 outs, my daughter, who is almost 3, was crying.
And that one just missed outside.
And I was the only one home, and I had to finish that game so I could go and take care of her. And
2 out, nobody on.
Pitching a perfect game at the same time.
Drilled on the ground to short. And the inning will continue as that's through.
This is actually not normal.
So
I do not hit Sonny Gray like this.
Will get to hit here.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes.
I would have to say the 2 toughest pitchers that I had to face this season was Sonny Gray and Chris Sale.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. as he will
That
take
would have
strike
been a
one on
nice
the
pitch to
fastball here.
swing
No
at.
balls and a strike. Encarnacion is off at first with 2 away. And it's 0-2 to Sanchez.
0-2 is the count.
He's sometimes being a little bit too patient. Isn't that good?
1-2 to the Yankees catcher.
I love how realistic this game is.
There's a swing and a high
I
drive
don't
into
think-
left center field.
Ooh.
Pierce racing back.
Oh,
and
wow.
This one is gone.
I didn't think I got all of that.
2-run home run off the bat of Gary Sanchez. His first homer here in the series. As the Yankees start to pull away a bit, it's now 4-0.
Man, I just got to savor
it's
this
very
moment
early, but he's
because
looked out of
hitting
sorts
like
from the
this
beginning.
against Sonny
They've
Gray
already roughed him up for
it
2
doesn't
homers,
happen all
and
that
they're
often.
not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Batting
Here's
seventh,
Didi Gregorius.
shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Nope.
And he lays off there, 1-0. Career numbers against Sonny Gray. Comes in with 6 hits in 22 tries.
I really wish Didi Gregorius didn't leave the Yankees. It's like I understand where he was coming from.
Fastball in there for a strike. 92
It's
on the
just-
radar
it
gun that time.
feels.
Hey, after giving up that extra
feels
base hit
so
right there, I
wrong.
love the fact that he came back with
I
much
really
better
love Didi
location,
Gregorius
much
as a
better
Yankee.
execution. That might have woke him up.
He did good things for us, and he was the right man for the job after
Fouled off.
Jeter retired.
High in the air.
I
out to
love
center
Playboy
field.
Torres,
Hernandez
though.
is right there, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies.
All right.
On now to the
Now we
top
gotta
half
see if
of
Garrett
inning number
Cole,
2. The Yankees
if I
4,
could settle
the
down
Jays
with him.
nothing. So stepping in, Rendell Gritchick, and they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0
Garrett Cole
already.
is one of
Lots
the
of
easiest
baseball left in
pitchers
this one as we're still
to
early
pitch
on,
with in
but
this
you don't want
game.
to fall too
Every-
far behind.
you know,
They're
of course,
already
every
down by a
pitcher
bundle, and one of the
has
things you
their
want
own
your leadoff
style.
guy to get on and set the table
And
for the big boys
to get
start
into-
driving in some runs.
It could be hard to get into the rhythm with certain pitchers, and one particular pitcher that's pretty hard to do that with is
One
Tanaka.
strike now from Cole.
His pitching delivery is
There's the knuckle curve laid off.
it could be
1-1.
hard to use sometimes.
This is on the ground over to first. And he is out on the tag.
Luis Severino's
Now with the
pitching
plate to
delivery
Oscar
is so
Hernandez.
smooth. I love pitching with Severino.
Here's the pitch. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
2 strikes.
That was swinging
There we
and a
go.
miss. He struck him out.
This is what I
It's
love
2 up,
about
2 down to start the
having
second.
Garrett Cole
Man,
and
I
even
love
Garrett
watching a
Cole
pitcher that
in
just
real
rears
life,
back and
man.
blows
'Cause
smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge.
He's
pitching.
not
For me
afraid to
personally,
use all
watching
these
hitters
different
swing
type
and
of
miss,
pitches
man,
in
that's a
all
sight of
different
beauty.
situations.
Here's Steve Pierce now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down and the inning continues.
Now, One thing I have to admit, and I don't have him playing today, he's not in the lineup, but
Russell Martin now. He takes his first cuts in
in
this
real
one with a
life,
man at first
Aaron
and 2 away.
Hicks is such a great player. Being here in Kansas, I watched him play
Right
Kansas
over the middle,
when I
knee
went to
high.
Kaufman for a game one time, and I saw him hit a inside the park home run, and he ran the bases. It was awesome. But for some
Full
reason
sets.
in this
Here it is on
game,
0-1. Swing and
I
a
have
miss on a
such
nice
trouble
biting
using
slider.
him.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up.
And we'll
There
have to
we
leave
go.
it there as this
But
is
I will
strike
not
3, and
give up
that
on
will
Hicks
retire
because
the
he's just
side.
too good of a
One
player.
left for Toronto.
And he's
They're
also
down
switch.
4-0.
And like I said, Yankees have so many good hitting right-handers. You need to mix it up.
Here's Brett Gardner now. Set to lead off the home half of the second.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep
Gotta
the
love
gas
Brett
pedal
Gardner,
down
man.
because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's
He's
0-1.
been a Yankee a long time. And I've always enjoyed watching him.
A breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 2.
And you
Hey,
see,
you
this
find
is
yourself
why I
down
strike
0-2,
out
you've gotta
looking
grind
a
a
lot
little bit right here.
because
I don't
I get into
understand the
these
game plan.
0-2
Let's see if we
jams
can get this
and I
one
want to be
back.
patient. And then
Wind
sometimes
up
I
and the
swing
0-2
at
pitch.
pitches that are out
Fastball
and then that
ball,
happens
Strike 3, and there's the
where I
first out
think
of
it
the
should
inning.
be a ball and they sneak that fastball right in there.
First baseman.
Now at the plate, Luke Voigt.
And that happens because I don't want to swing at it because it could be a pitch on the outside.
First pitch
And who
on
wants
its way.
to swing and miss at a stupid pitch on the outside?
Takes a knee-high fastball.
That happens a lot when I face Chris Sale.
Takes a curveball
Oh.
right on the corner.
And Chris Sale's pitching deliveries is so good.
Swung on in the dirt
And you
for
see,
the third
that's
strike.
what I'm talking about.
Makes the throw to first, 2 down.
Now batting.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a slider.
DJ
Bases are empty here with 2
LeMahieu.
men out.
I don't think I used him the right way this season because I didn't really start him in every game, and
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the run
I don't
is
think I
Hernandez.
really
He's
knew
there
what to
make
do
the
with
play,
him,
and that'll retire
which
the
is
side.
kind of weird to
So the
say
Yanks go
because
1,
he's
2,
such a
3.
good hitter.
They lead it 4-0.
And he's really good at defense, and you know, I should
Here's the
have
shortstop now,
used
Jose
him a lot
Iglesias.
more.
As we are all set
Next
to begin
year,
the 3rd inning in this one.
I plan on using him as the everyday second baseman.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball right down the middle for a
was
strike.
splitting his time between Ulysses, who I got from, I think I got him
Skied
from
into
like
straightaway right. Heading after
Cincinnati,
his judge.
and
Looks it into his
he's a
glove,
guy I
and there's
don't
one
know if
gone.
he's a real person. I don't know if the
Ready
game
for
just
another
created him,
chance? Devin
because I tried to
Travis,
look
so
him up
far, 0 for
online and I
1
couldn't
with a
find
flyout.
him.
First offering on its way. Takes this the other way to right. And
That
that's
was
a base
not
hit.
a-
1 for 2
that wasn't
in
a
his
good
first couple of
changeup.
plate appearances.
Not a good place
Obvious
to put a
pitch
changeup.
recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher
That was
getting
a
the
good
benefit
pitch.
of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses 1 and 2.
Let's
Grounded back up the middle, taken in by Gregorius. LeMahieu on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Here's Big Aaron Judge.
Big
As we move
Aaron
on to the
Judge.
bottom of inning number 3.
Aaron Judge.
I would love to meet Aaron Judge.
And now pitch on the way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
I would love to meet Aaron Judge. And another person I really want to meet
Into
is
the
Patrick
windup. Here comes
Mahomes.
the 0-1. A high fastball is in there.
Now,
Let's
for
see if
people
he
who don't
continues
know
to climb
me,
that ladder,
who
or does he try and get him
may
fishing on
watch this
something bouncing in
video,
the dirt?
I'm from New York.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one.
And,
Maybe
you know, I'm a
4
Yankees
strikeouts
fan.
already, and there's your first out.
I'm
Well,
a
he certainly
Giants
wasn't
fan,
intimidated on the
Rangers,
mound right
and
there.
Knicks.
He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead
in
of working around the
basketball,
zone, he
I like the
challenged him with
Lakers
3
also
straight
as an
good
alternative
pitches.
to the
I
Knicks,
like that he
because
didn't give his opponent too much
let's just
credit.
face it, the Knicks are terrible. So you got to have an alternative.
Third
But I
baseman
don't
Mike
consider
Moustakas
myself
now.
a
The
Lakers
last at bat,
fan.
Matty B, we heard this guy's a good fastball
And I don't want
hitter.
people
He
to
got
think I'm a
fastball
bandwagon
missing.
fan
We'll see
either,
if they pitch him a little
because
bit differently this
I
time
like the
and mix in
Lakers
some off-speed
when
pitches.
Kobe
He
Bryant
launched
and
one over
Shaq
the wall
were on
back
the
in the opening
team.
frame.
That
And
last
I've liked the
at-bat when he
Lakers
went
ever
deep, he turned
since.
around a pretty good fastball, so I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter.
And
So
I like
might
the
wanna
Giants.
Move that ball up and down and in and out. And
I
try
like
not
the
to throw it right
Giants
down the middle of the plate.
Behind 0-2 now.
before they were good, before they won the Super Bowls. Actually, I started liking the Giants when Eli Manning got traded to
Open
them.
stance by
And
Moustakas, and
I
now
was
the pitch.
considering, I didn't know who I
High in
wanted
the air out
to
to
root
center
for, the
field.
Giants or the
Hernandez
Jets.
is in pursuit.
So
And he
I'd
makes
watch
the
both
catch
of
for the
them, and I
second
just
out.
like the Giants better. You know, I think they
Riding
treat
in, Giancarlo Stanton.
their quarterbacks better. And, well, they did. I think they kind
Ready with the
of
first
ruined
pitch. Here it
that
comes.
a few years ago.
And right into the shift. Iglesias is there. Throw on to Smoke at
Well, that
first,
wasn't
and
that
the
great
side
of
is
an inning.
retired. 1, 2, 3
But,
go the Bombers. But they hold a 4-0 lead.
I moved here before Patrick Mahomes was a Chief, and they had, what the hell was his name? Smith.
Here's Justin Smoke now. He'll lead things off against Garrett Cole.
And it was like they made the playoffs and they did very well. And this was before they got Patrick Mahomes. And I just fell in love with the fan base
Infield
here.
shifted well to
There
the
is
right. Here's the
nothing.
first pitch.
I mean,
Drops
I'm
in a strike to
sure.
start the at-bat. 0-1.
I'm sure there, there's other nations out there that are just as passionate about the Chiefs, but
One strike now
it's just
from Cole.
it's a different feel.
Swinging
It's a
strike,
really,
and now it's 0-2.
I consider myself a Chiefs fan. Like, I became a Chiefs fan, and I love Patrick Mahomes.
Now a swing and a deep drive to left.
That's going to
An
happen.
absolute bomb.
Justin Smoke. You
A solo shot here
can't
off the
get
bat
away
of
from
Justin
those.
Smoke. His first homer so far in the series. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base.
Well,
it stings, sure.
I
but a
still
solo
have the
shot isn't
lead at
going to be the
least.
deciding factor
It
in the
was
game.
just a solo home run, but this game, man, it could change in a heartbeat.
Into the box, Yonhervis Solarte. As he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Off-speed pitch in the
I
dirt
do.
as he takes it
I am
for a
going to
ball.
skip some stuff because it's like I don't.
Wind up the 2-0
I only
pitch.
get an hour on this video.
Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right
Yeah,
there, that backdoor slider.
Blue Jays,
That's
they're
a
being
very
really
difficult
patient.
pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
The 3-2 one more time. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent
Two.
job of
I
making
walked
his
2
man throw a
batters
lot of
in this
pitches as he
game.
toughs out a walk.
I know one thing, he earned that free pass right there. He was
I
tempted with
probably
some
walked
really
maybe
good
2
pitches, but he
batters
stayed
the entire
disciplined
season.
and drew the walk.
Here's Randall Grichuk, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul.
Some of the, you know what it is, some of these batters, their batting stance gets in the way of the target thing.
Looking to put him
And it
away.
could be
Here's
really-
the 0-2. A bouncer to the left
Oh,
side.
I should have threw the second.
Gregorius is there. And there's one away.
I do that sometimes. I forget that there's a man on.
Up next.
Sometimes it comes back to haunt
So
me.
that'll bring in
Sometimes
Teoscar
it doesn't.
Hernandez.
Hopefully it doesn't, you know, in a playoff game.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Sliders in for a strike.
That was a
Hey,
good
2
slider.
tough pitches right there, and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right here. With that base
That was a
open
good
at first,
strikeout.
he's going to grind out and try and get this guy to swing at something outside the zone.
I could still
Got
get
him
out of
swinging
this.
on the fastball there. Teoscar Hernandez sent packing for the second out of the inning. Here's Steve Pearce now. Swung on and hit in the air to left. On the move is Stanton.
Oh,
No trouble with
Okay,
this one,
that was
and
a
the
little
inning is
scary.
over.
that's
Jays get
another
one
thing
back
I
on
do
the solo home
sometimes
run.
is I'll
Bottom of the
I'll
fourth
screw
coming
up in the
Yankees
outfield
4,
and
the Blue Jays 1.
miss a ball or something.
Edwin Encarnacion now. He sets to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
I know
One
if
of the
my
keys
best
to
friend
securing a
Darren
win,
was
they
watching
wanna
me
keep
do
the
something
pressure
like
on
that,
and try to build that lead
he'll
as
always
much as
laugh
they
in
can
my
moving into
face.
the later innings.
And that misses for ball 1.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
And this is fouled at the plate.
When the Yankees had Encarnacion, I really loved it. He was really good, but he came in when they traded him.
Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it.
That
at the
was
plate.
not a
It's 1-2
strike.
now.
That was bull. But he came into the Yankees already hitting 30 home runs.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Hernandez racing back. And it's
Oh,
gone as they
yeah.
add still another.
The guy's a home run machine, man.
So a solo home run for Edwin Encarnacion. His first homer here in the series as they stretch the
He
lead
had a
to
terrible
5-1.
playoffs, though, in real life. Absolute terrible.
Man, you could see the
It's
center
probably
fielder
why
tracking
they
the
didn't
ball
sign
the
him.
entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
He almost had that. I've been robbed before.
In now, Gary Sanchez.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Yeah, and going back to
And
that last AB,
when I
he hit the home
score,
run,
I don't
Daddy, that ball
always
was
just
up
hit
and
home
out of the
runs
zone.
either.
This guy's a real
I
good
just
high
happen to be
fastball hitter. So if I'm
hitting
on
a
the
lot
mound
of
right
home
now, I'm
runs in
thinking,
this
I got to
game.
get that ball somewhere below the knees because this guy definitely likes that ball up and elevated.
Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
1 and 2.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Solarte fields it cleanly. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
The shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Stepping in, Didi
Sir
Gregorius.
D.D. Gregorius. I'm sure the commentators will mention that
Here's the first
he got
pitch to him.
knighted because they do in every single game.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner.
Oh, just
But it
foul.
bends just foul into the
That
second
was
deck.
crushed, though.
Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1 and 2.
I should have swung at that.
5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. A bouncer up the middle. There is Solarte, and that's the second out.
Center fielder number 11, Brett.
Standing in, Brett Gardner. First time up, he went down looking. First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a breaking ball.
I almost hit him.
2 out, nobody on.
Now, I don't know if this happens to other people, but there's sometimes
A
Sometimes
swing and
I'll
a shot
swing
hit down the corner,
at a
and
pitch
gonna
that's
wind up
like
hooking
at my
just a
head.
bit foul, so a
And
missed
it's like I don't
opportunity
even
there.
really mean to swing at those pitches.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and
That
no
was
swing.
close.
Ball 3. Pulled softly out toward right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I know
And with
there's
strikes
2
right there, He
outs.
didn't try and do too much. He took what the
Like
pitcher
with
gave
Brett
him, got
Gardner
the
at
run
first,
out,
I
and was
am
able
almost
pitch
tempted
beat
to
a
try to
soft liner
steal.
over the infielder's head for a knock.
But I'm really not good at stealing in this game. I know I have Luke Voigt batting 9th, but
Into
it's
the
just
box
because
now, Luke Voigt, as he'll
I
take
got
one up
him
in the zone,
so
but indeed in the strike
late
zone
in
for
the
the first
season.
strike.
I think I got him at
Hey,
like
it's
the
been a
trade
little bit of a
deadline or
rough outing
something.
for this
and
guy in this
I
one
only
so far.
used him
And one thing you
as
can
a
look
sub-
at if you
as a
want to
bench
get really
player.
picky, less than 60%
But I think next
of his
year I'm
first
going to
pitches
use
have
him
been
more
for strikes.
often and try to bring
Ray
him up
ready
in the
with the
lineup.
0-1. Grounded down the third baseline.
And
This
he
will be
was
a
another
foul
one I
ball
had to
as he's
change his
behind
stats
0-2 now.
because they just were terrible, and it just didn't measure up to how he is in real life.
Grounded to short. Right to Iglesias.
All right.
Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Russell
Pretty
Martin
cool
now.
how they show the fans. They
This
give the
one
fans a
doesn't
little
look
bit
good
of
so
that
far. Down by a
individual
boatload is we enter the middle innings.
It's like, you know, in other games, it's just so.
The last thing you want to do is fall behind.
The way they do the fans is so stupid. Like in WWE 2K19, I have that game.
Here comes the first pitch.
It's like
looking at a fastball
every other
for a strike
fan
on the
does
corner.
the same thing, and it's on a system where it's just like you could see it, and it gets so annoying. But that's a really good wrestling game.
A wave and a miss, a tick
I
behind a good fastball.
I play a lot of that game
well,
too.
you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
And a swing and a miss from Martin.
That was a good
slider.
slider.
The dugout is out number 1. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff.
Oh,
you
my
know,
God,
he can
that's so
absolutely
dirty.
dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Line toward the alley in left
man.
center. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
Now batting.
Striding forward now is the DH, Devin Travis. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2.
I'm kind of rushing a little bit. I need to slow it down.
High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And this ball is gone.
Wow.
No chance to make a play on that one.
What? Just wow.
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His first homer so far in the series, and it's a 5-3 game now.
You know,
How about the work the
I should have
lineups
just
been doing
known
so far,
because
fellas?
Toronto,
Matty
they
B,
just
this is turning into home
in
run
this
derby
season,
part 2. D-roll,
they just
5
never wanted to
bombs
go
already
away.
in this
It
one.
was a
Yeah, there's fight
complete
at the
back and
for both
forth
teams right here.
with
Lot of
me
missed
and the Red
locations
Sox.
right out over the heart of the
And
plate,
at
and
one
neither
point
side
towards the
was
end of
missing.
in the beginning of the season, they gave me so much trouble, and they were in first place for I think like 2 months. They were in first place, and then the Red Sox, and then I came up, but like by the end of the season,
Here's the first pitch
the
to
Red
him.
Sox
Just a tick
were
behind
battling
for a
me for
strike.
first place,
Don't
and then
think
all
for
of a
one
sudden,
second, after
you know,
giving up already
and
one
I
homer,
beat
that he doesn't know where
Boston
this lineup's headed.
to where I
He's
got
gonna have
them
face the
to
real
fall
sluggers
off,
right now,
and
he's
then
gonna
all of
have
a
to
sudden
execute.
Toronto came out of nowhere and
Down the third baseline.
and
But
took
that'll be
second
fouled.
place.
It's 0-2 now.
No, they were third place, I think, in the East. But like, still, they came out of
Into the
nowhere
lineup. Here comes
and
the 0-2 pitch.
ended up
Throwing
facing
a great
Boston in the
knuckle
wild
curve, just
card,
buckled him there,
and they
there are
beat
2 gone.
Boston.
It's never easy to
Boston
rebound after serving up a
is
2-run
not an
shot,
easy
but
team.
That was
This-
a good indication
that-
to me that
that
he is a
year
very
in
good
real
hitter.
life,
He went right
you know,
after him for the strikeout.
This is the 2017 season. I think the Red Sox won the World Series
Stepping
in
in for the
2017.
Jays, Justin Smoke. A hit in 2
Oh, no.
at-bats for him at
The
this point in
Astros
the
won the
ballgame.
World Series
And
in
hey, it was a
2017.
breaking
I don't know
ball
what
to
I'm
boot.
talking
This
about.
guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
I'm pretty sure the Red Sox
Both teams with 6
won
hits so far.
not too long ago.
1-1 the count now.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Line to the right side. Judge is there, and
I
he'll
do
make
know
the
one
catch
thing.
to retire the
The
side.
Red Sox are not winning
Jays
the World
strike
Series
for a couple
anytime
as you get
soon.
another look at the 2-run dinger. Middle of the night at Yankee Stadium. It's the Yankees 5, the Blue Jays 3.
They'll come back, the Red Sox.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He's 0 for 2 with a
When
strikeout in this
when
one.
Boston broke the curse back in 2004, you know, being a Yankee fan, it really hurt me. But I was happy for them that they won the World Series.
First offering on its way.
I think it's better for the rivalry. It's better for baseball if both teams, the Yankees and the Red Sox, are competitive and are winning teams, winning franchises. And the American League East is a very tough division
it's
to
great
be
to be
in.
patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but
Minus
you have to be
Tampa
ready
Bay.
to hit. And that was a really hittable
Tampa Bay
pitch,
had
and
their
now
good
you've
years,
got to deal with
but
an 0-2 count.
The windup and the 0-2
They're
pitch.
on the same level as the Mets.
This one's down to third. Donaldson's up with it. And there's one down now.
Up next for the Yankees, right fielder, Aaron.
Into the box now, Aaron
My
Judge.
boy.
He singled and later scored back in the first, making him 1 for 2 so far. First delivery to him on the way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
Oh, I wanted
He'll
that.
be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is
I'm
to
glad I
expand the
didn't
strike
swing
zone.
at that pitch.
Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
Oh, but I
You
swing
can
at
tell
that
he
one.
wanted to hold
Go
off, but he
figure.
swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs.
Cleveland and Anaheim. Oh, so
Digging in to try it again, Mike
in this
Moustakas.
season,
He had that 2-run home run
Anaheim
back in the first,
still
making him
has
1 for 2
Tyler
so far.
Skaggs. And Tyler Skaggs,
Outfield
he's been
shaded
good for
toward
them,
right
but
center. Here's the first pitch.
I feel so bad for him.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now. Now some
If you're
definite
watching
signs
this,
of life
please
in
don't
that
laugh
Toronto
at me
bullpen.
at swinging
Both a
like
lefty
that.
and a right-hander begin to throw.
It happens. It's a video game. What are you going to do?
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up.
I already picture
Smoke is there.
if my best friend Darren
And
is
that ends
watching
the
this video, I could picture him laughing
Fair
at
to
that
say,
swing.
oh my goodness. These folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More baseball on
Look at that
MLB
guy. He's
Network
just sitting
right
there
after
like,
this.
what the hell is going on?
Stepping in, Yonhervis Solarte. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Stanton waits on it. 1 out.
The right fielder, number 15, Randall Richards.
Striding into the box, Randall Grichuk. No hits to this point. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Oh, this ball is hammered to deep center field.
Oh my God.
Gone off the
He
center field
crushed
window.
that.
Randall
And
Grichuk
this
leads
is
the yard
not
with a solo
like
shot.
Cole.
His
Like,
first
I'm
homer here in the
usually
series as they pull within one
lights
here. It's
out
now
with
a
him.
5-4 game.
But again, even if I lose this game or I just lose, I will still upload these videos to
Now batting,
my YouTube.
the center fielder,
Stepping in now, Teoscar Hernandez. As he looks at a fastball on the inside corner for strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
There's so many games I wish I could have recorded back in the day.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side.
Going back to PlayStation 1.
Trying to strike him out for the third time. Struck him out. Struck
Even
him
going
out
back
again,
to Super
I should say.
Nintendo.
His third punch
I
out
used
of
to
the
play
game.
sports games on
What's your
Super
take on all the
Nintendo.
strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That
One
was
of
his
one of my
third
favorite
tonight, and it
baseball
seems
games
we're
I played
seeing
on
that a
Super
lot more
Nintendo
these days.
was
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real
I
change
think it was
in
called
philosophy
something
as far
like
as hitting
Ken
in baseball
Griffey's
today.
Home
A
Run
lot of guys
Derby
think now that
or something
an
like
out is an out,
that.
a strikeout is
Oh
just
my
as good
God,
as
that
a regular
was
out,
such a
but we're
fun
seeing
game.
strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Standing in now, Steve Pearce. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Steve Pearce. He was on Boston.
Liner towards second. But this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. A run for the Jays on the solo homer.
I think I might put
Bottom of the
somebody in the
sixth coming up.
bullpen
It's
just
the
in
Yankees
case.
5, the Jays 4. Al Albuquerque enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
number 51.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.